Welcome back, guys. This is the second video about coils. So I'll just tell you a brief history of what I messed with to start with. First coil I did was this spiral coil. Normal speaker wire. It's 0.5mm speaker wire, twin, which I twisted together. And twisted together the other end. When I connected this to the circuit, it worked quite good. The depth is quite good on coins. Not too sensitive on the gold rings though. But the disadvantages of it, it was a little bit on the big side, as you can see. And also, if I put my hand over the top of it like this, it used to sound off and make all sorts of funny noises. So I knew it needed some shielding, which was going to be a pain, or so I thought. So I moved on from that one. I went on to the mono coils. You actually make these by wrapping them around a nail former, which I'll show you some pictures of while I'm going through this. But this one was 250mm, and it's just normal enamelled copper wire, 0.36mm, which I took out of a monitor degaussing coil, because this stuff's quite expensive in the shops. So it was a cheap way of getting the wire, and it worked. Maybe not the exact size I wanted, but it did the job. So this one, it didn't give the depth that the spiral coil gave, and it wasn't as good as what I expected a pulse induction machine to give. So I wasn't that happy with this. I've had metal detectors most of my life, but I've never had a pulse induction one. But they say the depth is greater, so I was looking for greater depth. I moved on from there to a smaller coil. On the internet, some places say that the smaller coil will give you greater depth. I don't really know how this works. I would have thought the smaller coil the less the depth, but believe it or not, with this one I did get a little bit greater depth than the bigger 250mm one. And it was a little bit more sensitive to the gold rings as well. Same wire. I'll put pictures of the details of these coils as well. So from there I moved on to a basket coil. Now I never took any pictures of my original one. It was similar to this. I'd been told that these are more sensitive than the mono coils. But mine wasn't. It was less sensitive, so I soon put that aside. And then I went on to investigate what would happen if I used a bit more wire. So this one was the same as the other 250mm, but I did twice the amount of turns. Well, I did 21 turns of the one coil, and then I put another 21 turns of a second coil on the top. Then I connected the ends together, there and there, connected it up, and it didn't work. Although the resistance was right, it was 1.5 ohms like it should have been, and the inductance was right. It was, I think, what was it now? 340 microhenries. So it should have worked, but it didn't work. So, in disgust really, I just pulled the wires apart like this. And then the depth went up. It all started to work, and I noticed that quite sensitive, much more sensitive depth-wise than the other 250mm coil, and I couldn't understand why really, because my circuit was connected to these two wires. These two connected together to the screen, and this was the other one. The other winding coil I left in the air like this, but it still increased the depth. So I don't really understand the way this worked. But it gave me a good depth, not quite as good as my new basket coil that I've made, but not too bad, but still not very sensitive to small gold rings. So from there I went back to the basket coil. the original basket coil, not this one. And it didn't work originally, but the readings of it, I think it was over 400 microhenries, so it was too high, and also the resistance was too high. So I started taking windings off. I got down to about, I think it was 260 or 270 microhenries, and then I tried it again and it worked. It wasn't very deep though. So I was a bit displeased, and I wasn't sure what type of coil I wanted to make. But while I was messing with this, I put this other coil down by the side of it like this. And then while I was checking the basket coil again, the depth had increased by about 4 inches. So I thought, that's strange, why is this doing this? So then I realised extra windings like I put on that other one might work on this one, but not the same type of windings of what I've just took off. So all I did, I put another winding on here, which you can see if you get a bit close. See these diagonal windings that I put round. All the way around the coil I went 10 times, so it had 10 turns in there. And then I checked it, well away from the other coil this time. And the depth was great, it was really good. I still left the extra winding in the air, connected in the air. It wasn't connected to the circuit. So I don't really know how it's happening, but it's somehow giving extra depth. I put this other coil around the outside of it a bit earlier, and that didn't work at all. But actually wrapping another winding round the basket coil that I'd got underneath, this did work. So I can't explain it. It doesn't alter the resistance because it's not connected to anything, and it doesn't alter the inductance. But the magnetic field must have been greater because the depth shot up really good. Now, bearing in mind these are tests in the air, I don't know if this will have any effect when it's in the ground, making the coil faster or slower or anything like that. I don't really know because I'm not too up to date in this stuff. And I know there is better coils than this on the internet because I've seen a few videos, but people don't seem to tell you what they've done. So, but I don't mind telling you what I've done. Hopefully you'll be able to get some sort of success. My latest endeavour now is this one, and this is a bigger version. This one actually fits inside it, so it's a few inches bigger. I want to see whether the diameter increases the depth, or if it's, or what. It's thicker wire as well. It's another degaussing coil, but it was a bit thicker this time. It's 0.5mm. So we'll see how it goes. That's about it really. Oh, apart from the fact that my other coil, when I put my hand over it with this extra winding on that's connected to the shield, it doesn't sound off, so it should be better. So I don't think I need any shielding either. So there you go, chaps. That's all I've found. Just one little extra winding on there makes a big difference. I've put it in a box now as well. Put a switch on the side, so finalising it a little bit. Yeah, I'll let you know how I get on with this big one if it's any better. So for now, I'll catch you later.